Call of Duty Black Ops 1 is known for a lot of things, but it's known really well for its iconic ARs. What's going on, guys? MillerKiller310 here, and today we're going to be ranking Call of Duty Black Ops 1's ARs, but before we hop into it, make sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe, and comment down below what your list would be. But without any further ado, starting off at number 10, we have the G11. Now, in its defense, it's not a bad gun, but the lack of attachments that caused the gun to only excel in a long-range burst sniper role, essentially turning it into the burst sniper from Black Ops 3, doesn't help in assault rifles case. That's why it was only used a few times and then dumped for other ARs on this list. Now again, if you're running iron sights, it was extremely solid. At number 9, we got the M14. Again, not a bad gun, but it was solely a mid to long range rifle, but with high recoil, making it hard for quick long range takedowns. A good trigger finger can be useful in close quarters fights, but it's just not enough to really cut it for most players on this list. The FN-FAL at number 8. I know I may get hate for it being this low, but all things considered, it's just a better M14. But good damage, lower recoil, and a solid rate of fire just make it easier to use. Mainly a mid to long range rifle. Again, this gun is not that bad. It's just whenever you use it, you notice that it's just better than the M14. Still 20 rounds in the mag. It's still pretty good for taking down targets. It's just not really that good, all things considered. At number 7, the Enfield. In my opinion, it's actually a really good gun and not a bad weapon, but it does have a super fast ADS speed, and it's just overall an okay assault rifle. It's not really good at anything. It's just able to hold down its own in all categories. Okay damage pattern mixed with a decent recoil pattern make this the number 7 pick. Coming in at number 6, we have the AUG. High rate of fire and lots of recoil, essentially an SMG in an AR platform. The AUG can be really useful, but then leaves the party when range is involved, making it, in my opinion, a close quarters combat AR only. Still a viable weapon, it just needs its safe place to excel, making it a solid option on this list for aggressive playstyles, and a weapon many people consider to be better than the FAMAS after it was nerfed. At number 5. The M16, my go-to gun in this game. Good at long to mid-range and can be a streak breaker at close range, so long as you land all your shots. Takes a little bit of skill, but if you've played COD before, especially COD 4, you know that this weapon is not a problem, but more so a welcome one. The M16 is a burst weapon that just excels at being an all-rounder. Not really good at anything, but more so just a jack of all trades. At number 4. The Kami gun, the AK-47. Also an AR that's really good at close to mid-range, but the moment you hit long sight lines, it can be a little bit of a struggle. Controlled burst can be deadly, and if you've got some luck or skill, that burst will kill the enemy player. But in all reality, it's basically a really powerful SMG built with an AR's beefiness and a pinch of Russian magic, making it as reliable as its real-life counterpart in the game. Alright, here we go. Finally in the top 3. But for number 3 is the Commando. The M4 of Black Ops 1, and rightfully so. Good damage, solid rate of fire, relatively low recoil pattern. A good range. It just makes this AR extremely easy to use. And for many players, it was just their secondary bread and butter. It was always on standby, ready to go whenever you needed it most. And turning it into a fast-paced AR for aggressive playstyles made this so easy to pick up, but made it so much harder to put down. At number 2, maybe controversial here, but the FAMAS. The gun that everyone knows and fears by its name, let alone the sound it makes when being shot in-game. Super fast rate of fire with a low recoil pattern and a decent damage to balance it out. But what more could you ask for? This gun was so good that it got patched, but even after the balance, it was still good. It was, some people would, disagree, but now it's outclassed by the AUG technically, but the FAMAS just still reigns true to this day. It's just one of those weapons that people love, and just rightfully so. It earns the reason to be at number 2. And at number 1, the Galil. The suppressor and extended mag combo was undefeated to this day. The 750 RPM and 35 round mag made this gun a must for any match played. And with the low recoil and recently mentioned attachments, you practically had an LMG AR combo. Even back in the day, seeing all the gold suppressed Galil thumbnails running the attack dogs as the final score streak was everywhere. This gun is inescapable. So much so that there was at least one person using it every game. The Galil is probably one of the most used weapons in Black Ops 1 because it's just so good. It's so perfect. And that is why it takes the #1 spot here on today's ranking. But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Every Black Ops 1 AR ranked. Let me know down in the comments what you would change. Or did I get it right? Please, as always, hit that sub button, as it is the best way to support me and my channel. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.
Not. It's Corby.